the American flavor, but then it's also a little more of like what they expect to see with the flow and pacing of a match.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see PNW talent versus the world. And on top of that, we're on the West Coast, so we're going to see a little bit more of that NorCal, SoCal talent, right? Maybe some Texas, Utah, right? It's going to be a lot, and even just a bunch of Canadian players as well. So I'm really excited to see all this talent. First up, though, we got Buck versus HUEVOS?
I think HUEVOS?
HUEVOS, there we go.
Either way, though, my man Buck, this dude goes to my locals. And as I was telling you right before we came on the stream, this dude messes me up. I don't know how he does it with this character. He's not even the only Bowser Jr. in the region. We have multiple, and they make it work.
Yeah, I mean, Bowser Jr., definitely a character that wasn't amazing in the previous iteration of Smash, but like most characters in Ultimate got a lot of changes, and I think just changes for the better. And this character is pretty solid, has a lot of decent things. That jab is very deadly, and I mean, can't even get the KOs on the side, especially on the ledge trap. So we'll see if that's going to be a factor here for Buck.
And of course, he's got that scam factor, you know, those upbeat combos.
Yes.
Every Bowser Jr., they're fishing for one thing and one thing only. They take you to town and city, they kill you at 30. They know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, but Yoshi, another character that has an extremely good combo game in this in Ultimate here, especially if you get that sour spot of that up tilt. So powerful here. We'll see how Buck kind of closes out and zones out HUEVO from these side Bs. Okay, that armor from the double jump, going to be able to jump right through that down tilt here. The drag down, no jab lock though.
HUEVOS went for a read there, I think expecting the tech roll in. Buck, not giving it to him. Either way, doesn't really matter because HUEVOS is able to get the stock anyway. But at 110, you're at kill percent. You got to be careful, and there you go. Only 26%. That's not too much extra credit.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing about Bowser Jr., right? I mean, that spin out is going to be an option as well. So you have a lot of options from the side. You can jump and cancel it, go into the combo strings, or you can go spin out. A little bit laggier, but it's going to pack a punch. Especially, you're going to need it against Yoshi, right? Yoshi's so heavy, can be so hard to KO. Really trying to go on the aggression here with the up B.
Yeah, the momentum has completely shifted after Buck took that stock. Starting to, I think, maybe figure out the neutral situations, taking advantage of moves like that HUEVOS is just not ready for, and the great call out with the F smash at the ledge. And all of a sudden, talk about a turnaround. Buck up 2 stocks to 1.
Yeah, and the combination of these side Bs, I love the fairs and the bears as well to trying to zone out Yoshi. Air-to-airing Yoshi is so important to shutting out where Yoshi really wants to start these things. And the up B set up into the edge guard, we're going to get a little bit aggressive. Already 60% here.
Yeah, 70 to 70, it is back and forth, but the big difference is that Buck's up a stock, so he's more than happy to trade. It's like the chess moves. You don't trade when you're down. Well, Buck he's swinging for the hills. He wants to clank. He wants to clash. HUEVOS, on the other hand, has to be so careful finding that clean opening, and all we're seeing right now are like these nairs out of shield.
Yeah, Nair out of shield, so good for Yoshi, right? I mean, just hits very low. It's a very quick area here. Up B, back onto the ledge, but a swift forwarder going to get Buck back on stage. And the defense, the spin out off the Mecha Koopa. It's Buck closing out game 1 in a little bit of style here.
That was such a great reaction. He's like, yeah, go ahead, hit me. That's what I want. Comes out of hit stun earlier because he got hit sooner. The Mecha Koopa giving it to him on a silver platter, and then just beautiful side B to close it out.
Yeah, I mean, what a optimal conversion there. I mean, Bowser Jr. can't really get to that location with a KO move unless you go for that spin out there. Like you said, incredible awareness coming out from Buck, noticing the trade, noticing the frame advantage he's getting from that situation and closing it out. You got to be really paying attention. Those reactions have to be on point. See if HUEVO can go ahead and turn this one around. It looks like we're going to Battlefield here for this game too.
Yeah, how do you feel about this Battlefield pick? Do you think it's just for the combo game specifically with those up tilts and up airs, or do you think there's something else going on?
Yeah, Yoshi definitely has some setups with the IDJ up airs on this stage, and you can even combo off the top with the down air as the finishing move, the double jump down air after the platform reset. So we'll see if HUEVO has those combos on deck. I mean, Yoshi, very vertical combo game with that up air, with that up tilt as well, right?
At the same time, though, Buck also has a pretty solid combo game, and we saw that character specialization coming out, especially at the end of the last game, the way he is able to know exactly what moves to throw out in those weird, like, maybe a combo, maybe a not situations, and now the onus is on HUEVOS to prove that he can outplay on that combo game.
And I think as long as Buck is closing out these stocks early, we're going to see Buck in a really, really good position. Yoshi can be so troublesome with that weight, but a lot of these spin-out call-outs from Buck they're just connecting, right? And they are risky, so a lot of them are hitting, and when they don't hit, they are going to get punished pretty hard there, but the forward smash, not enough here for Huevos.
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. If Huevos can figure out a way to deal with that side B and not lose these stocks over and over and over to seemingly the same option, this could turn completely around the other way, because Buck, with this character, it's hard to get those raw kill callouts if you're not hitting that side B or one of those up B confirms.
Okay, the dash attack does not cross up. There is the vertical combos here. Resets onto the platform with the down tilt, tries to get the V-reverse command grab, but it's not going to be quick enough here. And now Buck getting back on stage, but has paid quite a bit of tax here, 80% already.
Ooh, interesting up B from Buck. I think maybe expecting Huevos to go high. Either way, Huevos did not give it to him, and now you got to land against Yoshi. Okay, good response, getting aggressive, but it doesn't matter because Huevos now covering the stage so well, just keeping Buck in the air.
And Buck getting back-to-back spin-outs here. Might be staling the move quite a bit, but not too much trouble. The Nair, it might do it. Oh my goodness. But the hammer on the way down, use the up B and just use every single part of the up B. There was so much navigation coming out from Huevo, but it wasn't enough. Buck able to still have this lead.
The coverage from Buck there was immaculate, taking full advantage of Yoshi's limited recovery options. Once you burn that double jump, you're kind of stuck. They can't just air dodge past the ledge there, so it's just a checkmate. It feels like a frame trap, but it's really not. He's just checkmated Huevos by outplaying him.
Yeah, and I love the usage of that up B. It's very similar to like a Sonic Spring, but except there's something a little bit hard, hits a little harder than the spring. So really interesting. And then you have access to that big swing being that hammer swing, right?
Yeah, that's that explosive defense we got going on there. And 165, he is still alive and trying to close it out here. There's the up B. You cannot sleep on that. Buck is always looking at that. It's always in his mental stack. And the moment you forget you're at slightly the wrong angle, he is going to punish you for it.
Yeah. If you're wondering why the players are still sitting down, if you're just joining the stream, everything, every single set, best of 5 here at Port Priority 8. So looking forward to all the amazing sets. And honestly, if you're able to enter this tournament, a ton of experience, right? Usually you have to get to a certain part of bracket, like top 128 or top 64 to get into that best of 5 territory. So not a lot of players have best of 5 experience, in tournament, but here at Port Priority, no matter what, starting from round 1, you get that best of 5 experience.
It's a very different game, and the story of the momentum with how it affects things. And we've also got another interesting piece of our rule set here. The PNW rule set that we use for all of our events for best of 5 is one ban full DSR. Which affects the stage choices a lot, I've found. Like, there's very little PS2 that we've seen in this tournament so far. I'm curious, as someone who has been to a lot of tournaments, how do you feel about this rule set?
I personally don't like DSR, but I know specifically PNW likes DSR.
Oh, PNW loves DSR.
Yes, and I actually talked to Captain L, had a long conversation with him about it. So I definitely see both sides, and I definitely get it. So, I mean, this rule set is fantastic, though. I believe it's 7 stages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I am in agreement. 7 stages is the sweet spot.
And for anybody in the venue who's not sure what the stage list is, you've got it on the back of your player card. It's beautiful.
Yes,
Get your pass. I love that, too. We've been doing that at Port ever since day one. It's a subtle little thing that makes such a difference. Because I don't know about you, but my memory sucks.
Edge guard. Man, Buck has crazy setups with the Mecha Koopa and everything. Like you said, these character specialists really can show you what these characters are capable of. And so many times, Buck has kind of aced Huevo off stage. And even in situation where Huevos wants to go for an edge guard, Buck seamlessly reverses the situation into his favor. We saw that at the ending of game number 2.
Yeah, 100%. I've always said I would rather play a bad matchup that I know than a good matchup that I don't. And Buck is showing us exactly why here. He knows his matchup so well. Dude is a grinder. I see him on the setups until like midnight every time he's at a local, trying to learn, trying to get better. Great mentality out of this man, too. And look how far that's bringing him in this matchup right now.
Yeah, I love that point. I mean, if you don't know a matchup, that's probably the scariest situation to be in tournament, too, because you're on a timer. You're not grinding with this individual for 1 to 2 hours. Like, you just, if they win 3 or you win 3, whatever happens first.
You're just getting hit by stuff, and like, you don't know what's going on. Like, well, I didn't know he could go that way. How's that possible? What else isn't possible right now is how on earth is Buck living to 205?
Oh,
the parry down smash.
Yeah, and that situation, it didn't matter which drift because of the down smash there. great awareness coming out from Buck.
What?
214% win. Is this Bowser Jr. gonna go down?
How did he tech that at 200 and he's still going? Huevos, please. Just take a stock, please. No, don't let it be you. Okay, we're good, we're good. We're back in this.
The Ludwig was just living for too long, man. Over 200%.
Look,
Great
I know Ludwig's stocks have been up, but these aren't the stocks I was talking about.
We tried to go for the shield break setup here, and man, an entire lead here coming out from Buck, entire stock. Tries to go for the tech chase, but just going to go ahead and show off some platform movement here.
Yeah, I like that. It was classy, you know?
Yeah.
It's always nice when you see a player who doesn't just use those between stocks and actually uses them in their game plan.
The in-between stock.
Yeah, I've been watching Quick this weekend. He is crazy with the wave dashes.
Oh, yes, and any character with a really long directional air dodge is going to look nice.
Oh, I respect it.
Wow, look at that. The down smash to outrange the stars from the ground pound there. Fantastic stuff from Buck.
Character's got sauce.
Yeah, very clean 3-0 coming out from Buck. Looking very prepared for this port priority 8.
Yeah, I love watching, as we were talking about character specialists, they know so many little intricate things, like just that last situation, using the down smash to outspace the stars from Yoshi. Usually, you just assume, oh, Yoshi wins this. You take the chip damage, Yoshi runs away and reset neutral. But he knew exactly what his spacing was. He was just far enough away that he was able to close it out there, not even give Huevos a chance to get back into the set.
Yeah, and I just got to say, I think the most impressive thing for me was just how Buck was able to close out these stocks. The offstage was immaculate. Look at this frame trap setup, avoiding going through all those different eggs, reversing this situation, and getting the lethal hits off stage with the combination of the upbeats, the setups with the Mecha Koopa. Buck had it all for this matchup.
There was just no escape. That's what it comes down to. You can get as many platforms as you want. Go big battlefield. It does not matter. Buck is sharking. And not only that, he's going off stage. I feel like there was no escape.
Yeah.
You're just in the blender the whole time.
Yeah, even just the neutral. Junior has one of the better up airs in the game. That forward air, also a great air-to-air tool that you can use. Very active, right? Just lingers around there. And that up air, you either get it as a combo starter from the side B, or you can just reverse the hitbox and just reverse yourself and go ahead. And since the hitbox starts behind you, you can actually have a very quick option above you and behind you if you go for that raw approach in the air.
Yeah, this character,